Hey, it's third video Wednesday. This time we're going to talk about Gembot AI. And there's been two videos put out on the Discord group from Manny. I'm going to put both of those on. One's like 13 minutes, the other one's like 3 minutes. The last one that he put on will be the most up to date. So at first I want to go over a couple of things in general chat on the Discord group. And this one's from Crypto Eric, one of the admins there. He says, just so you guys know, the monthly subscription will start when we get the email from the Gembot AI, not when you paid for it. So yeah, that's just so you guys can just remember that it's when we get that email is when your subscription will start. So 30 days later, it'll be another payment. So don't worry about paying early on that one. He also has a couple of things in here. Someone asked about trouble setting it up and stuff like that. And he says that there's going to be a video training on how to set it up, step by step. And then he also says that there's going to be the Gembot AI team will set up the bot for you for a cost of $50. So that's kind of cool for those who are not tech savvy. And who knows, after watching the video, I've had several Gembot experiences. The ones that were the easiest were exactly step by step. I mean, there was some that would be like, oh, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. And then you're doing it, and they didn't do every particular, because there's different levels of knowledge of people doing all this stuff on these different platforms. So the ones that were very detailed, if you went through it, you can set it up by yourself. Even if it takes a half hour, you can get it set up. Other than that, you get kind of lost. So this is kind of nice. I mean, for an extra $50, and it says it's a one-time setup fee. So you can just have them set it up for you and it'll start trading. That might just be the way I might go about it. So anyway, I'm on there. Definitely got mine set up. Can't wait for the email. And I know he's waiting for all the refunds to get done so that he can get on this whole subscription thing. And plus, with the refunds, people have money to actually get into this and put some money into it so they can trade on the Gembot. All right, well, I'll leave it there, cut it short there, so his longer videos can be tacked on the end. Here's Manny. See you tomorrow.
Okay, I wanted to do a quick video. This isn't going to take too long, couple minutes. There's nothing really deep detail that we have to really get into other than a few updates. So first things first, we are going to be giving everybody access to the Gembot AI software over the next 24 hours. Okay. So basically it is already, my time, it is already March 14th. So within the next, we're really not the next 24 hours, next 23 hours, within the next 23 hours or less, we will be giving access to the Gembot AI software. Okay. Now, when it comes to the software itself, you're going to get an email. Okay. You're going to receive an email to the email you use when you purchase your subscription. So if you use the wrong email to purchase your subscription, all right, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to message support. Now, please understand, all right, that you can't expect for us to right away, if you either one or two things, either entered in a wrong email, which I don't understand why you would do that, but if you entered a wrong email or you overpaid, okay, for a subscription for whatever reason, which again, it was set to 100. It's on the site. I don't understand why anybody would put in more than 100 if it was set to 100. I really don't get it. But if you overpaid for whatever reason, okay, just put in a support ticket. All right. The best way to do that is to just go to support here, support section on the site, come over here and just basically contact support here. Okay. Support email is right here. Contact support. It's on the site. Now, understand that right now, because we have not yet released the software to basically release it to the public, to you all, have not actually given anybody access to the software, that we are not yet answering support messages yet. Okay, support messages will start being answered from the time that we actually give anybody access to the software. Okay, which again is going to be over the next 23 hours. All right. Now, understand, there's a lot of people that are complaining. Listen, this is what we call a pre-sale. This was a pre-sale. Okay. Now, understand it's been extended as far as the dates, but the reality is we were never going to release it to anybody, to give anybody access until March 20th. That was the original date that anybody was supposed to get access on March 20th. This is a pre-sale. That means that it's just like if you go, they have pre-sales for tennis shoes. You go and you want to get this specific tennis shoe before anybody, or get it in pre-sale, where you basically get it for discounted cost. You buy it in pre-sale before anybody else, and then you wait, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then boom, it's shipped to you and sent to you. Same thing. It's called a pre-sale, okay? It is a pre-sale. That's exactly what this was. And again, it was never intended to be released until March 20th to the public. So with that being said, we kind of been pushing things to get it released faster, all right? My tech team is the one that is handling everything as far as integrations, all right? Integrations have to be 100% before we can release it. We've already been testing. I've been helping them as well with testing. They're finishing out a few things, and then, like I said, we'll be good to go, all right? And that's where we're at with everything. Again, understand that this was a pre-sale. This is not something that you just purchase and get immediate access. This is a pre-sale, guys. That's what a pre-sale is. Now, we understand we've extended the dates, and we've had to do it because, again, we got to make sure everything's 100% with all the integrations. We got to make sure that everybody, once we go live, receives the email. We got to make sure all that's running. We have a mailer, which is basically like an email software mailer that allows to email out multiple, thousands of people at one time, right? That's what a mailer is. That's what basically you would call a email marketing software, put it like that. That allows us to be able to send out mass emails or blast emails, mass emails at one time by creating one email, and it goes out to every person who purchased a subscription to that email you used to purchase a subscription to. Okay, so that integration is that's the most important part. What's being integrated, all right? What allows us to communicate with you, send you emails, to be able to provide you with the software, to be able to communicate with you anytime there's changes to the software, updates to the software, things like that, right? The communication for this type of software has to be there, right? We cannot just let you go in blindly, not knowing what you're doing. Otherwise, it will be a mass. It'll be craziness. We'll have hundreds of support tickets, thousands of support tickets, and it will be a mess. So that is why we have to make sure that is working properly. We've been testing. It's been testing back and forth for the last couple of days. The tech team's been working on it, pretty much squared away. We just got to get a few things. They're getting a few things fixed on that side, and then that's it. We're good to go. Okay. So again, that's why I say within the next 23 hours. That doesn't mean it's going to take 23 hours. It could be it could be ready in the next 6 hours. It could be ready in the next 8 hours. It could be ready in the next 3 hours. Again, I'm just giving a little bit of time for us so we don't listen. When it comes to this, guys, this is something that doesn't get. We're not rushing, and trying to making mistakes. That's not. We're doing what we have to do to get it released properly. This is a really great software. And we want to make sure that there's no malfunctions with anything for any reason, because we want this software to be great for everyone that they can benefit from for years to come. So obviously, we're not just going to release some junk software or some malfunctioning software, some malfunctioning platform out just because people want it now. And that's just not what we're doing. So again, those of you that have been waiting, thank you. We appreciate you've been waiting. We're almost there. As soon as, again, over the next 23 hours, we'll be ready. I've already talking to the tech team not that long ago, and we will be ready. 100. I know it. We'll be ready 100% within less than 23 hours, and then we'll be able to go ahead and we'll be sending out mass emails to everybody. Again, if for whatever reason you entered in the wrong email when you purchased a subscription or you overpaid, you need to contact support. Another thing is, if you overpay, let me be very clear. Go to FAQs here. It's on here. So let me go to FAQs real quick, and I'm going to show you this. All right, so if you go to FAQs and you scroll down here, you're going to see right here a lot of the questions you have, a lot of answers to the questions you have are here. Okay, we're going to add some more FAQs, as we get them in to answer more questions. But if you look here, what happens if I overpay for subscription? Okay, if you overpay for a subscription for any reason, you'll be reimbursed the difference within 15 days. Simply contact support. So it's telling you in the FAQs what to do. All you have to do is come read this information. A lot of times people don't take the time to read. This is why they just don't know what to do. But it's here. So if you overpaid for subscription for whatever reason, again, that will be reimbursed to you. The difference will be reimbursed to you within 15 days. Now, that means the difference is from whatever you paid. So let's say you overpaid. Let's say you paid a total of $500. Then this is, I don't understand why anybody heck would do that. But again, if you paid, because the pre-sale subscription is only $100, but if you paid $500 for it, okay, and you paid $500 for it, then what you would be reimbursed, the difference you'd be reimbursed would be $400. You cannot get a refund. There's no refunds for the initial 100. Okay, it's stated here in the FAQs. It's on the site. If you go to the disclaimer and refund section, it's here. It's been here since day one. Do you offer refunds? There's no refunds. Okay, if you're not happy with the software, simply stop paying your monthly subscription. At which point in time you will lose access to the bot software. That's it. Okay, there is no refunds here. Okay, and it's simple. Your subscription, I've said this in the prior video, it will actually start up your next payment date, because subscriptions are you pay it once per month. They're monthly subscriptions. So your next payment date will start when you actually get access and receive that email, get access to the software. So the time that you receive, once you receive that email within the next 23 hours, from there, that is the time where that's where the time starts on your 30 days. From that point in time, when you receive that email, now you have another 30 days before you have to pay for your next subscription. We will be updating this after we send out all the emails to everybody, giving everybody access. At that point in time, what we're going to do is then go through, and we are going to, in the system, we're going to change the subscription date for everybody, okay, to that specific time. So it will update on the site. There's no need to worry. It's going to update on here, giving you a different subscription date or a different date to pay for your subscription. It's not going to show what it shows right now. But again, patience. We haven't sent you all the access to the bot yet. So once you get access at that point in time, from there, you're going to go, that's when we'll go ahead and update the system. With that time, 30 days from that time is when you'll go ahead and pay for your next subscription. All right. So with that being said, that's the update I have for everybody. We're going to get to work. My team is, I'm actually working on some other things from a prior project, prior project PGV, getting things done there with some stuff. And my tech team is the one that's working on getting everything out situated with Gembot AI, so we can go ahead and release it over the next 23 hours. So that's the update I have for everybody. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, get with the admins here in the Discord group. If you're watching this on Discord, and at that point in time, they'll try to answer any questions you have. But again, it's really simple. We're going to be anything pertaining to, and this is another thing pertaining to exchanges. So if you're asking questions about what exchanges should I use, what this and that, all of that is going to be provided to you inside of the platform when you get access. When you receive the email, you're going to get access to training that is going to provide you with all of that information, different exchanges you can connect the bot to, how to connect it through API keys, all of that stuff, all of that training is going to be provided to you on the inside. So if you're asking all these questions now, don't worry about that right now, because once you get inside, you're going to get access, or once you receive that email giving you access to the bot, you're going to get that information. You're going to learn what exchanges to use, what exchanges you can use based upon your location, where you are currently located, and what exchanges that our bot will connect to through API keys. Okay, because again, it just 99% of exchanges that allow you to access the API keys, you'll be able to connect this bot to. And that's 99% of them. If you don't have it's really that simple. If you don't have, if you're trying to use an exchange that doesn't allow you to access the API keys, then obviously you can't connect the bot. It's not going to work with that. So you have to use an exchange that allows you to have access to the API keys. If you have access to the API keys, That's all you're gonna need, because it's really that simple. It's literally two lines of kind of, I guess you would say, with code. You got the API key and you got the secret key of the API, and those are the two things you're going to input to connect with the bot, to connect the bot to your exchange you're using. And then from there, again, it's going to be a very simple process. Like I said, all the remaining is going to be provided to you in the training. We're going to have all that for you. So please, we're going to be patient a little more over the next 23 hours. We'll have all those emails over to you, give me access to the bot, and we'll go ahead and from there, we'll go ahead and get this thing going. Okay. Believe me when I tell you, this is a really good software, guys. Okay. I've been using this software for over 8 months now. It's a software that works. It's been back tested for over 8 months. It's worked over those 8 months. I've had really no issues with it whatsoever. There has been some updates from time to time that we've had to do to it, but other than that, it's been a really good, really good software, and I believe it's going to do the same for you all. Again, if you're not happy with it for the first 30 days, you can always just don't pay for your subscription and move on to you can just not use the software anymore. Okay. But again, we don't think anybody's going to want to do that after they see what the software is really capable of doing. So again, that's the update I have for everybody, and I will have another updated video once we have sent out the email to each and every one of you who purchased a subscription. That way, we can let you know that to go ahead and check your emails. That we did just send you an email giving you access to the bots. Okay, everyone, just a quick update on Gembot AI. We are going to be delaying the launch for another 24 hours, okay? This will be the last delay. There won't be any further delays. We're going to be launching it on March 16th at 10 a.m. AST time. The reason for a delay is not the fact that everything is not ready. Actually, everything is pretty much ready to go for the launch. The only thing is we're working on refunds from another project. So if we launch in the next 30 minutes, the next hour, what will happen is it's going to take away from us being able to finish out what we need to finish out for a separate project, which is PGV. A lot of you know that we're doing refunds for. So we can't do two things at one time. If we launch now, it's going to be very hard for us to be able to manage on both ends, because we also have a white glove service, which means that the white glove services, once you get access to the bots, okay, inside the platform, there is another option to allow us to be able to set it up for you. So there's a white glove service you can pay for, where you pay $50 to have us set it up for you, set up the bots, instead of you having it do it yourself. So we have to make sure that we're able to put focus on the bots in the platform before we launch, and we can't do that until we're done with the refunds from this other project. So again, that's the delay. It's not a big deal, but there is, again, I just want to make it clear to everybody, it's pretty much ready to go. It's not that it's not ready, it's just that we can't launch it until we finish out refunds for this other project. Because again, if we launch it over the next 30 minutes and release the bots, then we're going to have issues and problems. And it's just going to be a nightmare, because we're not going to be able to put focus on it. And there's going to be a lot of people that may want access to the white glove service. And then again, it's going to delay for those individuals. So again, we're going to be, this is the final date. It's not going to be changed anymore. We already pretty much have everything ready. So with that being said, again, March 16th, 10 a.m., be checking, which is in about 24 hours from now. Check your emails and you will be getting access to the bots.